Boston Celtics sweep the Indiana Pacers in what was a pretty obvious turnout for a weak Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics didn't really manhandle the Pacers. They won by one possession pretty much night in and night out. And Jason Tatum is not the best player on the Celtics. It is Jaylen Brown. After watching that series and this playoffs as a whole, Jason Tatum has been kind of almost a system player, a role player. Give the Celtics that type of superstar ability that other superstars and top paid players in the NBA do. For example, Luka Doncic, when you watch him, it's obvious that he takes control of the game. It's obvious that he is the offense when the ball is in his hands, and it's obvious that he creates that system within him for the Dallas Mavericks and they can run through him. Whereas with Jason Tatum, it almost feels like he's running through the Boston Celtics offense, and it's not vice versa. And to be labeled as a superstar, to be labeled as an MVP or even top 5 player, you have to have a system from you. You have to be a system. You have to allow your team to flow through you and not the opposite. Jason Tatum has been, without a doubt, a good player. He's been efficient somewhat. He's been shooting okay from the three, and he's been creating opportunities. I did see a really big shot from him, a superstar-defining moment when the Celtics were down 92-98. He hit a three to put them down 3 points. But out of that bucket, that was probably the most superstar-level bucket I saw from Jason Tatum. And he really just doesn't do anything spectacular. He's in 35 to below 40% three-point shooter. He doesn't shoot efficient shots. His favorite shot is a sidestep three off the dribble. He doesn't love to get downhill. He's not very great at getting downhill. He doesn't create that much playmaking opportunities for his teammates. He is okay in the pick and roll. He's a solid shooter. He's a good defender. But he just doesn't do anything spectacular, and I just can't label him as a superstar when he superstar plays, doesn't make superstar things happen on the court when I've watched him. Now, Jaylen Brown, on the flip hand, I think he does do more than Jason Tatum. Now, I still don't think Jaylen Brown is a superstar, but he, to me, shows flashes of superstar-type plays more than Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown was able to get downhill, was able to create, was able to run the offense. And I don't just mean run the offense. He was able to become the offense. When things weren't going right for Jason Tatum's jump shot, he missed like 4 threes in a row. Jaylen Brown stepped up huge. He hit a really big three that they took away, and on the next opportunity, he got that three right back. Jaylen Brown was playing great defense on Pascal Siakam throughout the entirety of the series. He was consistently denying the pass to Siakam from the low post. He was consistently denying those entry passes. He was consistently locking him up on the perimeter. He was consistently getting huge blocks. He was consistently getting huge steals. Everything that you could have asked for from your star, he was doing on the defensive end as well as doing it on the offensive end. He was getting downhill, getting free throws. Free throws are so huge in the playoffs because when your star players aren't hitting their shots and you can get them to the free throw line consistently, you will win the game. If you can get those free throw opportunities for your team, it is huge, and Jaylen Brown was doing that very consistently. Now, this isn't to say that Jason Tatum is a bad player. This is not what I want this video to amplify. I want this video to amplify the fact that Jason Tatum is the second best player on this team. Jaylen Brown truly does remarkable things that I just haven't seen out of Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, nice dunk off the catch where he's ripping and going. You get a nice three off the pick and roll. But how often are you seeing Jaylen Brown create an entirety offense or create an entire system that flows through him rather than just him coming through the flow of the Boston Celtics offense? And maybe that's just a product of being on such a stacked team. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just because of how well-rounded this team is, he doesn't need to do that, and they're still winning games. So this is by no means a knock on the Celtics, but I just don't see the all-NBA first team. I don't see the MVP conversation. I don't see how those are even good or fair takes to make from what I've seen from Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown is the best player on this team. Jason Tatum is just a glorified all-star that gets lots of shot opportunities. And that's pretty much my take. That's just something I wanted to bring light to these playoffs, and I guess we'll really find the true testament of if I'm right or wrong in the NBA Finals. But without a doubt, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As always, stay tuned into the next one. Peace.